Welcome. So in this problem, now what we're going to do is, again, just going to talk more about our zeros and behavior and multiplicity. Now I'm just changing my function name. Now my function name is y with my independent value as being y, but that's okay. It can be x, y, z, anything. So anyways, to determine the end behavior, we need to make sure that's in descending form, which we have, and we have an odd degree and a positive leading coefficient. So therefore, we know the end behavior is going to fall left and rise right. Now the next thing we need to do is determine the zeros. So we're still going to set our output value equal to 0, and therefore we have y cubed minus a 5y squared. So to solve a problem like this, the first thing we need to do is factor, right? We need to determine how can we factor this out, because we can't factor or combine these two y's since they don't have the same variable factors. So then what I can do is I determine what do these two terms have in common. Well, they have a y squared in common, which will yield me left with a y minus 5. Now, what I have here is now I have a product that's equal to 0. When I have a product that's equal to 0, I can apply the zero product property. All right. Now, by applying the zero product property, now I can solve each one of these individually by taking the square root of both sides. I can say y equals 0. It's not plus or minus because 0 does not have a positive or negative value. And then I add 5 and say y equals 5. Now, the next thing I need to do is determine the multiplicity. Well, when we determine the multiplicity, we go back up to the factors, not the zeros. And what we do is we look at the factors and determine what is the degree or the exponent of our factors. Well, here, this factor is a 1. So therefore, we know that this has a multiplicity of 1. This factor, we can write it as y minus 0 squared. And you can see that the degree of this is 2. So therefore, this has a multiplicity of 2. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you factor, find the zeros, and determine the multiplicity with the end behavior. Thanks.